Good morning. It's Mary Weber, Travel Guru Girl, and Travel Inspirations this week is going to be about bucket lists. So, bucket lists are for everyone. So, couples, families, and of course, single solo travelers. My websites are travelgurugirl.com and capricegirlsonthego.com, dedicated to our women travelers. So I hope you'll join me and find some inspiration in trying to do your bucket list. So a few pictures that I'm going to show you are of the places that I've been that are directly behind me. There might be a little bit of reflection, but in the near future, I'm also going to do a PowerPoint where the pictures will be clearer and you'll be able to view some of the bucket list destinations a little bit better. So let's get started. So as I mentioned, we've got Caprice Girls on the Go Travel Club. And then one of the bucket lists that I went to, of course, was Peru here, Machu Picchu. First place I'm going to talk about is Africa. So we went to Africa and we did Kenya, Tanzania, and we went to Zanzibar. So if you look here, there's the leopard. And so the big five, the leopard is part of the big five. The giraffe, of course, he's not part of the big five, but I just absolutely love how they're looking at us. And the zebra, of course. And each one of them have different stripes on their butt, so they're not never identical. So the Cape Buffalo is another one of the big five. The lion, of course, is the big part of the big five. The elephant, of course, is part of the big five. And then we have the rhino, big five. Unique situation where you see a lion up in the tree. Oh, I'm trying to get that picture for you. And then we have the hippos in the water. So again, you kind of get an idea of Africa. So Africa is so unique. It's when we went, our trip was part of a National Geographic tour. So there's only 6 people on the tour, and the driver and the guide. And we go in a vehicle where the top comes up. So you may have seen pictures of that. And then you stop and you go along. And the animals are mostly in conservation areas so that they're protected. And it's also good because the amount of people that can go in is also limited. I have never been a camper, but camping in Africa is glamping. It's absolutely unbelievable. The sights, the views, the types of accommodations that we had were absolutely outstanding. So if you were not a camper and you were worried about it, you don't have to, because it was absolutely the best experience I've ever had in terms of what I would call glamping for sure. I think we stayed in a lodge maybe once or twice, but the majority of them were in camp type experiences. Okay, so here is a picture of my lion again. These are all taken with my camera, so he's majestic, he's beautiful. This is a picture of a sunset in one of either Kenya or Tanzania. They basically look the same. So again, in front of, I think that's called an acacia tree. The cheetahs. So again, you can see how close you can get to be able to take some of these types of pictures. And then, so when we went to Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, and then we did a rest stop in Zanzibar. And Zanzibar is like a great beach destination off the coast of Africa. So we went and rested there after our safari was done. So again, I don't have a picture of that location here, but it's definitely recommended that you do something like that after your trip. So Peru is high on a lot of people's lists. So that again, we've got a picture of one of our stops, the children along the way took their pictures. They're very colorful. They do beautiful types of capes and things like that that you can purchase there, and very, very colorful. another mountain view as we're traveling along, so you can see how stunning this location is. Another stop in one of our little towns, a local lady and her child. I got permission to have a picture taken with them, but you can even see the pictures or the chairs in the background, how colorful they are. They're just such wonderful people. In case you didn't know, Peru is also known as a culinary destination. So Lima, Peru is really high up on food as a foodie destination. And if you didn't know, Peru has over 800 varieties of potatoes. So there you go, like who knew? And then of course, the most famous part of Peru is usually Machu Picchu. So we took the train ride up to Machu Picchu, but you can do the hike. So if you're interested in the hike, I can always provide information on that for you. Then another great destination to go is South America. And we went to Brazil, and this is Sugarloaf Mountain, and it's very high up. So while we were up there near sunset, then you could see the whole beach area and lower part of Rio de Janeiro. So it's just a stunning area to look down upon. Also located there is Christ the Redeemer statue, and it's at the top of a mountain area. I think it's Corcovado Mountain. After we left, we went to Argentina, but I don't have any pictures of our Argentina to show you. That'll probably be in the PowerPoint. It's well worth going to see, and if you like tango, you could even get a tango lesson while you're there, and the food is incredible as well. And then between the borders of Brazil and Argentina, they also have Iguazu Falls. And Iguazu Falls is one of those places to visit. In other words, like Niagara Falls, like Victoria Falls in Africa, this one goes on for miles and miles and miles. So that's what makes it more distinct, and it's on both sides of Argentina and Brazil. My pictures fell down, and here's a larger picture of those falls. So again, a must see. Actually, for people that are interested, they have beautiful, beautiful areas where a person can stay for a few days outside of Iguazu Falls, like luxury resorts. So well worth looking at as well if you plan on going in that area. In other neat destinations, of course, is the Taj Mahal in India. That's on my list. I've not been there, but you can see how beautiful it is, and I definitely would like to see it someday. In Vietnam and Cambodia, this is Angkor Wat in Siem Reap in Cambodia. One of my favorite river cruises. We did Cambodia and Vietnam, and a great history, wonderful people, lots of things to see, and just great. And we also added Thailand and Singapore to this trip, and Bali, well, when we were in that area of the world. Great Wall of China. So I've been to China a couple of times, been on the Great Wall twice. Great experience, great to see. It's just, you can see it go on for miles and miles. And we also went to, in the north of Beijing area, is a place called Xi'an, where the terracotta warriors are located. So again, something unique to see. If you've not been to Italy, of course, Venice is a must-see. And then Florence is a must-see in that area of the world. So that might be on your list. I got married in the Cook Islands. So again, this is a wonderful beach type destination. They also do long stays in the winter. So again, well worth seeing. Siem Reap again, and Budapest is a place that you would see if you went on the Danube River cruise. So I didn't mention like New Zealand and Australia because I don't have pictures right behind me, but I have been to New Zealand and some parts of Australia. So again, those are on people's bucket lists. Lots of places to go. So if you're interested in a bucket list, it's never too early to start. Sometimes it takes up to a year to plan, particularly places like Africa, with the amount of people that can go in. We went during the migration, which means when the animals are migrating from Kenya to Tanzania. And so that's a very popular time to go, usually August, September, or July, August, September of a year. And because of restrictions of going in, you really do have to plan that at least a year in advance. So that's one to do. A lot of the other exotic locations like China and Vietnam and Cambodia can be done by river cruise, and it's an excellent way to do those locations because they take you to the most popular places. And when you're not on the boat, you're located in very luxury hotels. So it's a great experience and a wonderful way to take advantage of that. So if you're interested in bucket lists, I can help. I can help you. So whether you're a family or a couple or a solo traveler, I am able to do that for you. Mary Weber, Travelgurugirl.com, and CapriceGirlsOnTheGo.com. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I am wearing clothes from Caprice Consignment, and very high quality clothes. I like Joseph Ribkoff or Frank Lyman. They always have lots coming and going, high-end shoes, etc. Purses are all available there. So if you're looking for travel clothes, I'd highly recommend going there. My glasses are from Glasses to Go, Christine from Glasses to Go. And I often model with Glenda once a month at Caprice Consignment, so you can see and also shop online with her. Anyways, I will also be posting a PowerPoint in the near future on bucket list destinations, so you can look for that. I'll see you again next week, and hopefully, not sure what we're going to talk about next week, but if you're thinking about bucket lists, it's never too early. See you again soon.